mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV, and since it is November the 1st, that means it's automatic Christmas season. Please don't change the dial. I am kidding, but not kidding, because there's a lot of good things that are coming up in the next couple of weeks leading up to, obviously, that holiday season. I think it's fair to say it's finally holiday season with Thanksgiving and all right around the corner. But joining me today is Beth Bowman. She's with Broadmoor Baptist, and man, they've got something good for the ladies coming up in 2 weeks. So welcome, Beth.
We do, Rebecca. I'm glad to be here with you.
So are you putting up your Christmas tree or not this weekend?
Oh, I hadn't thought about it, but come to think of it, I might. How about yourself?
No. We're very traditional where I like to poke fun. I've got friends who, they say, as soon as, the Halloween decorations come down on November 1st, is you switch your brain, it's straight into, Christmas season. I do like to give turkey. It's sort of due, but we will be absolutely day after Thanksgiving kind of family.
I will tell you, though, I do a lot of early shopping when I see sales, and so I have a basket of things, and I went ahead and got my wrapping paper, so I'm starting to wrap a little bit this weekend just to get a little bit of it out of the way.
Well, I think that's always a good thing, but I've always found the sooner you start shopping, the longer you shop. So.
And I love to shop, so this is a win-win.
This is a win-win, and you know what, though? If you've got that special lady, I would assume, in your life, and they're hard to shop for, and then you've got a great event coming up for them that you could buy tickets to and say, hey, remember when?
All of the things. Yes, we do.
So what's happening? Broadmoor's always got the best events for everyone.
It's a lovely church. I'm so proud to be on staff there. But November the 15th, which is a Friday night, Broadmoor women traditionally have an event around the holiday season, and so this is our event for this year. It's different that it's on a Friday night. Usually we're a Tuesday night. But this year it's Friday, November 15th, and from 4 to like 6:45-ish, we transform our commons area into a shopping venue. We have vendors coming from all over Mississippi with arts and crafts and market vendor type stuff, as well as some of our mission partners bring some of their items that their clientele have made. And so from 4 to 7, you can do all the shopping. Plus, we have food vendors. I guess I can say them. Twisted Turnip, my favorite. Salamookie's, Fernando's and Beagle Bagel, as well as crumble cookies and rolling beans. Anyhow, so you can come, you can shop, you can eat, you can hang out with friends. And then at 7, in our worship venue, we have worship with people from Broadmoor, some of our women who sing and lead worship so beautiful, and a speaker called Jada Edwards this year. And so we wrap up at 8 o'clock. Tickets are on broadmoor.org/gathering.
Tell us more about your speaker.
Exciting. Well, Jada Edwards, I pulled off some things off her website so I could, speak with confidence. But she has dedicated her life, Jada Edwards has, to equipping women of all ages and stages of life with practical biblical truths designed to help them live authentic and transparent lives. So she'll be challenging us in that space about our faith, and are we congruent with our faith in all of the areas of our life. This year's a little bit different, Rebecca, in that because Jada's our speaker and because she's so biblically based and will give us a challenge, we did a buy a ticket, get a ticket free. And you can bring any kind of friend you want to, or a cousin or loved one or next door neighbor. And if you want to, you could invite a friend maybe who faith conversations, gospel conversations would be beneficial for and helpful for. But bring them for all the things. And it's going to be a great time.
Why is it important for women to gather and have these type of conversations?
Oh, Rebecca, what is it like when you and I gather together? It's always fun.
I don't know.
No, I hadn't seen you in a hot minute. But I think women, when we're together, and we're focused on just the commonality that we have as women. Sometimes if we're wives and that's some commonality there, the support in moms, there's support and encouragement. There is a feeling of, oh, I'm not the only one when we're struggling. There's the feeling of, oh, you laugh at the same things I do. And so God puts us together to sharpen each other, to encourage each other, and it's just all the good things.
And I think, too, one of the things to take away is just the robust women's ministry that you guys have there. But I know there's women's ministries across the state who also host events and sort of do things that I feel like more ladies need to get connected with within their church. Because it is important that, you get to separate. Yes, it's great for the spouses to see and the whole family to hear, but then also being able to just connect with other ladies at your particular stage. Or I always like or enjoy those that have walked before me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm always finding those people with kids that their kids are a little bit older than mine, or grandkids are a little bit older than mine, or they've done the in-law thing, whatever, and said, how did you do this? How did you navigate this? And so there's a space for having that on the 15th. There's also a space to deepen those relationships with people in gospel conversations. Our church is doing an emphasis right now on just what is our story, and sharing our story with other women, and finding out support, encouragement, and also life of what God is doing. And that's just always delightful right there. So we're super excited. I do want to do a shout out. If you're coming by yourself, we did an Instagram live earlier today. And if you're coming by yourself, go to Broadmoor Women on Instagram and shoot us a DM, and we'll make sure you get connected with some other women. That would be encouragement and support for you that night. Or if you're a woman that's at a smaller church and y'all can't afford to put on these kind of events, or it's just not in your church calendar, we encourage y'all to come together. We want to host this in such a way that women, not only at Broadmoor, not only Madison, but across our area, can come and have this experience.
You know, Beth, I joked about it being the beginning of the holiday season, but it kind of is. I mean, being November the 1st, and we're talking about a holiday event, but also it begins the most stressful season for particularly women, especially if they're always trying to navigate how to get in all the festivities that are already coming up, already looking at the calendar, trying to figure out arrangements for just Thanksgiving. We don't even have to put Christmas, in there just yet, but that's already weighing on so many ladies' minds. So how do you help women within your ministry to just even on November 1st to sort of keep priority of the reason for the season coming up? And even Thanksgiving, the reason for Thanksgiving is not, I think that's why everyone enjoys it being the first holiday, because there's no pressure within presents or sort of, that kind of stuff.
But there's pressure to cook. There's pressure to cook on Thanksgiving,
there
which
are
is
ways
a lot
around
of
that.
pressure for me. Yes.
But just the pressures that can sometimes squeeze out our focus.
We encourage women, as they do encounter these situations. This big word is simplify according to your age and stage of life. You can't do all the things in it. I don't think I've ever bought my wrapping paper early. And so now as an empty nester, this is something I can do, but you can't do that when you have littles. And I think you don't have to decorate your entire house, people. You do not. Just decorate enough so your Christmas card picture looks cute, and then, or even use someone else's mantle if you want to. Use the one at the church that's decorated, for goodness sakes. But I think to keep the importance of the season is to simplify. And I think sometimes we can look at social media and see people in our same season of life and see what they're doing and think that's a prescription for us. But that's false. You look at your family, you look what makes sense, you look where you can have margin and time, both for your spouse and kids if you're married with children, if not, for those important people in your life and your family, and make that your priority.
I heard too a great sort of exercise to do, like as we move into this season, is to look back last year and try to pinpoint the 2 or 3 things that caused you the most anxiety, and then ask yourself, was it worth it?
Was it? Oh, Rebecca, I'm still in that. I wish I'd said that earlier. You could have told me that before the show, and I would have said that. Yeah, I think look at what
and then
makes
avoid it at all costs.
Yeah,
if it wasn't.
And look at those things which bring you joy. For me, my Christmas cards is my number one. So I might not decorate my entire house, but for Christmas cards, because that brings me the most joy and is the easiest for me to do, and I receive the most joy from getting Christmas cards. And so for us, that's important, and we have a little tradition. We don't open the cards till we eat supper, and we pray for those families whose cards. So there, Rebecca, I didn't get a card last year.
Yeah, you never will.
Yeah, we pray.
But I will.
She's simplified, and she's not sending cards.
No,
so
we don't all have matching socks, much less outfits for a card. So that is something that we do, but I think it's important to have this conversation earlier.
What brings you joy? Yeah.
What brings you joy, and then what you stressed over last year, did it end up being worth it? And it probably not, and then just move through that way. You mentioned your the guest speaker for your upcoming event, Beth, talking about transparency. I think we could use a little more of that within our ladies. Yeah.
Isn't that true? I think she's going to help us start conversations too after the event, Rebecca, that we never have an event for event's sake. We want to say, is this invest in where we are spiritually? And also, does this lead to further spiritual growth in conversations and leaning into what the Bible has for us? And I feel like with Jada, we're going to be able to do that this year at the Christmas gathering and market.
So if we want to get our tickets, or go ahead and start thinking about our small groups we would like to invite, how do we do that, Beth?
100%. Broadmoor.org/gathering, GATHERING, or guess what? At the door, $25. It's buy one get one free. We are real laid back about all of that. We want people to come. So holler at me if I can help you in any way at Broadmoor.
Can I say happy early Merry Christmas? Well, our friend Jeff on the text line said Merry November 1st.
Oh, good. I love that.
So we'll have
Jeffalyn.
All right, stick with us. We got more for you.